But the bout was already in the bag, and we'll see Lauren Alfonso on Sunday against Erkin Adelbek Ulu. 2 more bouts to come this evening. We stay in the men's 92-kilogram round of 16. Here is Vagkan Nanitzanian from Greece.
Representing GEORGII KUSHITASHVILI.
Came through a tight one yesterday against Tokyo Olympian Rogelio Romero. Lost the first 2 rounds, both by narrow margins, but that was one of those, that was the contest, I think, that we looked at and we said he was, even though he was losing the rounds, he was controlling the tempo of the contest, and Romero was gassed in the 3rd round.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Rory, with that analysis. He conducted it over 9 minutes. He just said, I'm going to figure out and then make you struggle and take you out, and that's how it panned out, you know.
Greek who was in last month's European Championships but ran into Olympic silver medalist Muslim Gadzi Magomedov, and his opponent GEORGII KUSHITASHVILI, who looked very impressive yesterday against Luxembourg's Michel Erpelding. Unanimous points decision, had a stoppage against Guyana's Emmanuel Pompey before that, and KUSHITASHVILI reached the quarter-finals. He had a quota bout in Busto Arsizio in the first World Qualification tournament, but lost out to Uzbekistan's Lazizbek Mulajanov. But he looks, from what we saw yesterday, he's a strong, solid citizen.
Yeah, very much so. Got all the fundamentals down, good athleticism, jumped over the top rope on the way in there. Did the Georgian in blue, which is always counterintuitive, as we have always said. You're looking for Greece and thinking, oh, blue and white. Nanitzanian, the man in red. I think the referee could be quite involved in this fight.
Bit of holding and hitting from KUSHITASHVILI. Oh, that's a solid left through the guard from the Georgian already.
KUSHITASHVILI has got that power even just in those short punches.
I forgot to mention, these two actually met in Busto Arsizio, and KUSHITASHVILI emerged victorious.
That was a good fight as well. Had a chance to watch that one.
KUSHITASHVILI throwing plenty of shots, and plenty of different shots in this first round. Nanitzanian hasn't been put off. He's still keen to come forward.
The only thing, if he could do, is vary up as and when he does come forward. Doesn't want to get too predictable, because the power coming back from KUSHITASHVILI, not something you want to be walking into often. Nanitzanian, can he get his head moving a bit more off the line?
He's a big man, KUSHITASHVILI, but he's got, I don't know, kind of sneaky quickness about him.
Yeah, you saw that when he vaulted over the top of the ropes. If you're 92 plus kilos, you're in that big, heavy division. He's still got that explosive power, as you say, very nimble and agile.
Took a couple of shots there to KUSHITASHVILI, but then came straight back. Now they both start to trade, and Nanitzanian didn't do too badly out of that. Although, is that a point off?
Yeah, I did say that, didn't we? We were discussing it. He did well in the exchange, but I thought the referee would have a role to play in this one just by the straightforward style of Nanitzanian. He did get a couple of warnings, and of course KUSHITASHVILI now turning on the style. Down the stretch, good right hand from the big man in blue.
Followed it up with the left as well. Don't know if KUSHITASHVILI was gesturing to the referee that there'd been a clash of heads or something. Nanitzanian wasn't bothered.
Yeah, but I think he'll be bothered when he knows the judge's pronouncement in this one. But he's a very good composed fighter, GEORGII KUSHITASHVILI.
One judge actually giving Nanitzanian that opening round, but the other 4 in favour of KUSHITASHVILI. Of course, there was the point deduction, so the Georgian well on top. It was a bit scrappy at times, that first round, but KUSHITASHVILI, I think, was good value for it.
Yeah, I think you're right. Vagkan, Nanitzanian trying to rough him up a little bit, but GEORGII KUSHITASHVILI, he's a tough man as well as a good tactician, but the Greek fighter in red, just quite clear his intention, just to try and wear him down. You get the feeling that's like trying to push a wall backwards. It's just not going to be easy.
Can't fault his lack of effort and commitment, the Greek. But it does need to be controlled, because if he leaves himself open, he's going to be in a spot of bother.
And there's signs here that Nanitzanian is just trying to carry on that previous defeat that he had. He's trying to right the wrongs of the past. It's just a bit too tense, a bit too tight with these shots. They're too much swinging and telegraphing, whereas it's much lighter. KUSHITASHVILI.
Uppercut for the first time from KUSHITASHVILI. It's strong arming there from Nanitzanian, and he gets a bit of a ticking off. Solid right, and then a big left from KUSHITASHVILI. Nanitzanian takes it well and then makes the Georgian miss.
As you say, good evasive work from Nanitzanian, but that's the first time he's had to take a back step. The reason for that, KUSHITASHVILI fancied coming forward, so it's his fight. That's the reason. 3 big punches there, landed back to back.
Nanitzanian getting another point deducted. So if his task was tough, it's almost impossible now.
And that's a difficulty when you're just stuck to one strategy and one tactic. It's 2 points that he's lost himself just by this, constantly burrowing in with the head, tangling up the arms. KUSHITASHVILI sticking to his boxing.
Just over 20 seconds to go in the round. And KUSHITASHVILI, I was just going to say he's not been troubled. That was a good uppercut from the Greek, who looks pretty hacked off with the situation at the moment.
Yeah, as they say, beware of Greeks bearing gifts, because he's given away 2 points already. Tried that uppercut in the end, bit of success, but KUSHITASHVILI very much in the driving seat here.
And 10-9s across the board for the big Georgian. 4 points up in 4 of the scorecards, and the only way Nanitzanian is going to win this is by a stoppage or knockout. And I don't think he's really hurt KUSHITASHVILI so far.
No, he's got his respect. I mean, they know each other. They've shared the ring very recently and previously. But making him take a backward step with punches, we haven't seen. Through no shortage of effort, obviously. Vagkan, Nanitzanian, not hard to find, but at the moment, some of his tactics are working against him. And it seems like it might be too late to change it. He's been going for the knockout since early in round 1. Can he find it? But of course, KUSHITASHVILI, that'll be meat and drink to him.
one crumb of comfort for the Greek, perhaps, is that Kushitashvili does put a lot into his punches.
Yeah.
And he's showed signs of breathing heavily after the break in between rounds. So if he is able to find the chin, legs might buckle.
Yeah, the overhand rights is always the puncher's chance. Again, the head movement there. Kushitashvili not intimidated at all.
Better from the Greek, pushing his man back. But Kushitashvili just wrapping him up. Better head movement from the Greek on that occasion.
Yeah, he did well to avoid those three big fast punches there from Kushitashvili. That, though, landed a nice uppercut. And he can now land these punches and get up on his toes a little bit.
Already past the midway point of round 3, and Kushitashvili probably still in third gear.
Yeah, very much so. Past the point of no return as well for Nanitzanian.
This is good boxing from Kushitashvili. He's not putting himself in any real danger.
He's also not engaging in the battle to see who's the toughest. He's just sticking to his boxing, working well behind the jab. Good uppercut again.
Punishing blows coming in from the Georgian now. Nanitzanian still pouring forward.
At the level of physical conditioning of both, Nanitzanian hasn't taken a backward step. He's pushed the pedal to the metal all the way. Kushitashvili, as you said, has been made to work. It worked very effectively. Good skills.
Good movement for a big man, as they might say about a centre forward.
Yeah, that was his goal, and he's managed to achieve it there.
See the disappointment in the red corner.
Yeah, I think lessons to be learned for Vagkan Nanitzanian, and I'm sure he will learn them. A couple of back-to-back defeats now to Kushitashvili.
Just waiting for the decision here on Ring B.
Ring B.
Here it comes.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by unanimous decision in the blue corner, representing Georgia, Kushitashvili GEORGII.
So GEORGII Kushitashvili on his way to Sunday's quota bout. He will face the winner of our next contest, our final contest of the day, between Uganda's Regan Simbwa and Jamal Talley of the United States.
It's gone fast, hasn't it? There's been
whizzed by.
Top quality stuff. And a real fast pace.
Very muted celebrations from Kushitashvili there. He knows that he's got one more vital contest to come. As we see some of the highlights, and Nanitzanian had his moments, but over the 9 minutes, only one winner.
Ring B, bout number 454.
Good work from the camera operator there. They almost took a standing count.
The referee, Peter Sanchakov from Estonia. Judge 1 Poland, Judge 2 Mongolia, Judge 3 Canada, Judge 4 Algeria, and Judge 5 Uzbekistan.
Unsurprisingly, all 5 judges giving that final round
In the red corner,
to the Georgian.
Uganda.
Now we see who he will face on Sunday. Uganda's Australian